Been a hard start to the season. Weather's been up, down, and sideways, and this and that's gone right and wrong. But I'm ready to give you a garden tour. Warts and all. Join me. Well, there's the main bed, the Birdies beds, the fruit area, and the extra trees. And I've not been around for a while. It has been kind of a rough start to the season. Not terribly rough, it's just been a rough garden season. It's been hard, it's been weird, it's been back and forth. And I've had a lot of fails that I'm not used to failing with. This is a new bed. This is sunchokes. My urns are doing really, really well along the fence. I've got carrots in the first one, a tub of teas, stevia and mints. I've got Mizuna that I'm going to let to go to seed for the Door County Seed Library. Same thing with the dill. I mean, I'll use some for myself, but I want the seed. This is carrots and thyme. Chives, again, I'll be saving those seeds. And arugula. Starting in the front bed, I've got Walla Walla onions. I've got the Anaheims. This is going to be a space where I put in some top-notch wax beans that I love so much. The marigold. These are the Pattersons. These are the ones that I prize so much for their ability to store for so many months. These are mocha swirl. They're supposed to be a variegated leaf, so we'll see what happens here down the road, and a variegated fruit. That's my Dr. White Cheese Yellow. He gets a place of prominence because he's at the top tier of our favorites. There's a little row of carrots and a little row of beets. I have peas growing here. I had a little experiment with store-bought fresh and my save seed, and they were both doing well. This one kind of got a little rough as it went along, but it was competing with bolting radishes, which I took out yesterday. I didn't take out the sign. And that lettuce will take off now. The snaps and some bunching onions. My spinach is now all gone to flower. And I don't know if I will save some of these for seed or what, but I'll be picking them to freeze some. My borlados are doing fabulously. I have gone all in on a lot of borlados this year. As you can see, I've got 4 trellises of them going on over here. There is a chard right here. This one is going to seed came back from last year. I think I'll probably let it do that too. And this is this year's new chard. Some flowers. But yeah, nice and healthy. In the center, I just took a turn of events and went with a wide variety of domestic and wildflowers, dahlias, you name it. And we're just gonna let this be a riot of flowers. And I did this in hopes that I would not have to fence this little area because I hate the bunny fencing, but you know, it is what it is. These are squash. This one is a Robin's Cogonut from row 7. And that one is a butternut that I've done for a few years now called butterscotch. They're small. In the back here, these are 2 Corono de Toros. We just love that pepper. I've put in some lime basil seed and then a whole bunch of yin yang bean there. This is the Red of Florence onions. They're great for storage. The Ilsa Craig and Kelsey onions. And those seeds came from my friend Allie up at my Rusty Garden in Canada. This has served us really, really well. A variety of different kinds of lettuces, and now have some that are starting to bolt as it is heating right up. But I am in love with this new one here on the end called Mayan Jaguar. Look at that spotted leaf, and it is so yummy and crunchy. Got a bunch of bunching onions stuck in and around there. This is a lemon cilantro now gone to seed, and a regular cilantro that's trying to go to seed. More lettuce. Look at them. It's just like picture perfect. Oh, I'll insert a picture. I just picked radishes for lunch, but this is going to be a new favorite called Diana. It did so much better, and it didn't bolt like my other favorites from the past. Again, this is just wildflowers mixed with domestic flowers. It's going to look like a little bouquet up here. Mizuna was for spring eating, but I've just let it go to seed. The pollinators were just really happy that I did that, so I'll get it. I do like the seeds for microgreens as well as for fresh eating. There's a struggling sorrel that I did from seed, the only one that survived. I cut down the oregano. This was up to the top of the little bunny fence. Those are some golden beets. And this is a sorrel that I purchased because I didn't have luck growing the other. Some flowers, and there's some tango celery. That's from my own saved seed. That is Detroit red beets and Chioggia beets. Here's some more Borlato beans because I love them. Yes, I do. I do. Yum. Okay, this is 9 different tomatoes going across the back. Cherokee Carbon, I did that last year. This is a black crim. I have never done it before. Now these just went in 2 days ago, so they're getting adjusted. This is Lillian's Yellow. This one was recommended by Craig LeBleur of the Dwarf Tomato Project. He said that was his favorite. The guy's grown over 4,000 tomatoes. I had to try it. Night Armor. This one came from Allie also. Mr. Tartar's German. This is my weakest little plant, and we love this, especially Al. He loves this. It gets big, huge, 1 pound plus tomatoes on it. But this is a real weakling little plant, so we're hoping that it makes it. This is a Black Beauty. This also came from Allie, and I put it right next to this one, which is a Blue Beauty, also from Allie. Here's the Nona. Diva sent me these seeds. Diva in the Dirt, Maureen, Washington, up in British Columbia. And then here on the end is the Talvez. This was one that was recommended by Jacques in the Garden. And it's an F1, and it is just, I mean, look at that stem. It's like, hi, I'm proud, I'm here. So I am excited about that one. Spent a lot of time cleaning this little area up yesterday, and I've got to go get a few more bedding plants to tuck in. That'll be a separate video. It's the Birdies bed area. Up front here, I have 2 very special tomatoes. These are both long storers. On the left is the Principe Borghese. I did that one last year. It was great, and they did last a long time. Hung the plant upside down and picked from it. Going to do the same with this one. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this. It is Ramelette Saint Laurent, I believe. But this one comes from Mallorca, and it came to me by way of Maureen at Diva in the Dirt. Thank you, Maureen. I'm excited about that one. Now, I put my laugh sign in this one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all you can do at this point. So I did not have good luck with my garlic. I had 69 of them in here. I had them in here and then at the front of that bed over there. Those all died. Everything on the ends died, and I have a few in the middle that are surviving. But I think what happened is this big Birdies bed acted like a big pot and didn't like it. So the two strips on the end here and over there are from a new friend in Door County. She's also gave me the sunchoke tubers. And so I'm doing that as spring garlic. This is a pepper bed. The three on the right here are Jibby Nardellos. Then I have my two Joe's Long Cayenne for the challenge with Jason at Allotment of the Dead. He sent the seeds to Dave Bailey down in Florida. Dave's channel is Bowtie Life in the Garden, who sent them to me. And so I'm going to grow the longest cayenne pepper this year. They were great. They made good cayenne last year, but I didn't get anything over 6 inches. So the new seed hopefully will be better. These two plants in the front are habaneras. That's the heatless habaneros. And these two are the Hungarian Magyar paprikas. Those were delicious last year too, kind of a natural smoky flavor to them. And then I have 4 jalapenos this year instead of 3 because adored the cowboy candy. Oh, this was an experiment in terror. I just didn't have enough greenhouse room, so I tried to make a greenhouse in the pot and put these out quick. And it worked, but I do have a few that suffered, as you can see, from sunscald because I didn't have proper sunshade like I thought I did. Okay, it is exactly 24 hours later and we had a heck of a rain last night. I'm actually glad that, oh goodness, oh, look at that. It's all working perfectly. Oh, but I'm glad that we put this up because that rain really would have battered it. We have switched it up. We have taken away the plastic that went all the way around. We have replaced it with the green agra mesh, and then over the top and down the front is the 2 layers of white agra mesh, and then the 50% shade cloth is now all the way from all sides over top of the structure. I added a couple of those, cheapo, tiny tomato cages on this end as well as that end, and I've got a lawn ornament in the middle kind of holding things up, a couple of poles, clips. So we improvised and it wasn't quite enough for them. Here's a pile of clips from all of the stuff that was shading them for so long. This bed has the pink champagne. That was a delicious little cherry tomato. And this one is the apricot mango or mango apricot. This is the black cherry. Now that was a taste test winner. And it was subtle how that happened. We figured it out because it was always gone. We were both always grabbing them and eating them. So there was never any left. So that tells you a lot. This one is sweet cherry. This also came from Maureen, Diva in the Dirt, the seed. I'm excited about that. She says they are a delicious cherry tomato. Behind that is the row 7 garlics. That bed has nothing up yet. It is okra. I know. I swore off okra, but I found one that was really quick called jambalaya, hoping it's going to work. They haven't sprouted yet. And on the other side will be the cushaw squash. This will tumble over on that side, and hopefully we'll get a couple. I had 4 last year, and I think 2 is enough at 10 pounds each for 2 people. Oh, last night I put in these Spanish onions that I grew from seed, kind of late. And the pimentos pepper on either corner are from my friend Maureen Diva in the Dirt, the seed. And then I just used up every mixed seed I have of French pole beans, and it'll go up my trellis here. And then this is the celeriac. This is for the grow along with the So Chatty girls, Carrie and Claire. Ooh, check out that weekly live. It is delightful. Threw in a little pot of moss roses. Love those. Birdies bed. It's a little brassica cage. And this is one of the nets we had used, which is actually a tree bag. It doesn't work for our trees because it's just a bit too small. But we tried it over this structure, and dang, if it doesn't work, great. So this is going to be what we cover up the brassica bed. Now, I have been negligent with regards to brassicas. The only thing I started was kohlrabi, and I started the kohlrabi rather late. This is Quick Star, one that's supposed to come off quickly. And I broke down and bought a cabbage from the store. It's called Vantage. And I did a little pot of different kinds of flowers. We'll talk about those in another video down the road. I was going to put a tomato here, but I didn't. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. This side, I've got mint that didn't come back, so I am going to plant more potatoes in that and move it over by the other tomatoes. This is lemon balm that's slowly coming back. I got a weed. Got a couple of patio cucumbers going on here, surrounded by marigolds. Oh, yeah, behind in that front first circle, I also have some Socrates cucumbers coming in, and these are also a variety of wildflowers and domestic flowers, just for the pretty. Back here, behind those long storage tomatoes, is going to be the Socrates on this one, but nothing's sprouted yet. That doesn't surprise me. They take a minute. Here's where I had a big problem. These are my blackberries. On this side is black satin, on that side is Chester. And the fruiting vines on black satin are gone. They all died. The new vines are fine. They're healthy. They're doing great. I have 2 of the fruiting vines over here. The tops were not doing well. They've been cut off. And I have a little vine down there that has some blackberries, so I will not have that spectacular blackberry harvest that I normally have, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what made the fruiting vines die. Kind of sad. Well, my best guess after some research is winter deacclimation injury. It occurs when fluctuating temperatures trick the blackberry canes into breaking dormancy early. When subsequent freezes hit, those now tender buds and vascular tissues suffer damage, causing the canes to die back, blackened buds, and drastically reduced fruit yields. And the plant's root systems will survive through all of it, typically. Sounds exactly like what happened to me. And back here are my potatoes. Sir Speedier. This is the one for Steve's single seed potato challenge. He only had one real viable chit, and then another one has come through, so there's 2 chits that have sprouted there. So I'm hoping to have the biggest rather than the highest yield. This is Kennebec. That is Yukon Gold. That's Adirondack Blue. And those are Pinto Gold, which I saved from last year's harvest. This is a failing blueberry that we are going to empty, and I'm going to take that barrel and bring it over here and put more potatoes in it. This is the fruit cage. I've got strawberries and blueberries and haskaps. The haskaps are done now here on the end. The strawberries are just getting fired up. As a matter of fact, I saw one of the little alpines getting red, so it should be ready in a day or so. Those are the little ones that fruit all season. And then I'm having a good blueberry year for me. I'm not the greatest at blueberries, but if you can see, I have fruit. So I'm kind of jazzed about that. It won't be much, but it is what it is. Now here's the towers. I've planted it entirely out with flowers. These are my DIY planters, and they work great for flowers. They're not quite as good for veg, in my opinion, but they're marvelous for flowers. Two gooseberries that were completely nibbled down by the bunnies and are coming back strong. And this is one of the Chester, well, actually more than one of the Chester little babies, blackberries. Oh, that was a beautiful stand of spring flowers. And now here's another, disappointment for the year. This is a North Star cherry, and this little guy just gives us cherries. But what happened is a frost when there was flowers. So it took, this year's harvest, but we will get a few and we will enjoy them. My roses need Robin to cut down last year's stalks, but you can see they're coming in nicely. They'll be pretty here soon. And I moved those out of a barrel. Those are my rhubarb. So I'll get a harvest, but they were a little shocked. On the other side, the Montauk daisy is doing well, and the 2 currants are doing very well. We should get, especially off this one, quite a few berries. That's just a little begonia. Beautiful spring flowers. And then this is a Tartarian cherry tree. Same thing happened. We've lost the vast majority to the frost. But, there are some fruits. So we will just take the wins where we can. It's not going to be the quarts and quarts that we normally get. Well, here's my green stalk. She's full. I've got to get the structure up here. I used a hoop for my cucumbers to crawl up. I've got little shorty Tiny Tims, Little Bing, and Sweet Cherry Falls tomatoes in here. I've got some celery and a bunch of herbs. Some more celery, Flowers. Oh, and this is the one tomato, because I don't have enough tomatoes, I bought. It was called a patio tomato, but it just looks so robust, I had to go for it. I've got mint and lemon thyme and all kinds of things in here. And I'm trying a new variety of cucumber called Quirk. It's an F1. It's a very expensive seed, but it's supposed to be resistant to almost everything, including the cucumber beetle. If we like this one, it will be an exciting switch for us because we have such problems with the darn cucumber beetles. But I just love my green stock. Well, we're winding down the two little zipper greenhouses. This one is empty of plants now, so we can take it down today, later, when the sun is lower. And this one has 16 tomato plants, which hopefully are spoken for by neighbors, and 4 pepper plants. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. Look at my potting bench. It is what it is. We all have spots that we aren't too proud of, but that's gardening, hey? Now this is a menagerie of what I have left to deal with. Some of it's going to friends. Most of it actually now is going to friends. I just have some pink baby's breath up here that I want to put out front myself, and a couple of borage somewhere. The rest, yeah. Oh, those are going to go out back. Al's going to get those in. And then we'll be done with this area and can set it up to sit on. That's new. It'll be another video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first garden tour of the 2026 season. And I hope you'll be back again. Remember, sometimes the only thing we harvest is knowledge. That's okay. Bye for now. We'll see ya on the next one.